August 14. Well, look it up yourself. I said it out loud. I gotta stop picking at my hand. That place I cut on my fridge has still got a scab on it. I keep wanting to pick at it. But it's basically just a hole in my hand. No worries, no worries. Alright, let's just drink my water. Can I get it? Alright, my lotion is blocking my water bottle. Or water thing. Okay. Should I take off? I'm gonna take off the hoodie. It is so hot today. Ow. Oh, I also got in touch with the company. I told you I had expired alcohol that I bought like a month ago, and it's 3 months expired. 4 months expired. I don't know. I sent them a picture of it, and they're like, "Oh, we'll send you $25 as a goodwill thing." After previously saying we don't do refunds or anything. I didn't ask. I mean, I've already drank half of them, so they're fine. I'm just gonna try shaking them up. I think they're settling a little bit. Well, that's the thing. Like, okay, so I could have gone and yelled at, like, oh, you know, this is a lawsuit. Well, I mean, I did get dizzy the next day, and like, I was like a little bit off the next day, but I don't know if that's because of them not working as they're supposed to, or is a result of working as they're supposed to. What do you think? It's alcohol.
I must admit, I am deathly curious to know how a void gate came to be hidden in the depths of these ruins.
To tell that tale, we must first peer far to the south, and even further into memory. An age 5 millennia passed when the Algan Empire sent an invading force to the shores of Meracidia.
Yeah, probably fine. Hopefully the second 12-pack is better.
The southern people rallied around the commanding figures of Bahamut and Tiamat and fought fiercely to repel the would-be conquerors.
But they're giving me more money than I paid for them, so it works out.
With Bahamut's defeat, however, the tide turned against them. Desperate to seize any advantage, the Mercidians resorted to summoning primal entities.
Yep.
In response, Emperor Zande forged a covenant with the Cloud of Darkness, sovereign among the all-devouring denizens of the Void.
Oh yeah, we fought that thing.
Thus bolstered by icons on one side and Void Scent on the other, the two armies clashed in a battle of unspeakable carnage. So much death, so much loss.
I consider myself well versed in that period of history, yet you speak as one who witnessed it happen.
Putting more lotion on. Lotion is very good for the hands. I was so busy today I didn't have time.
Indeed, I did. I heard Tiamat's roar of defiance and sped toward that war-torn land. Along with my sibling, Ashdaya.
Would not pronounce that way, but Asdaya. Got it?
We dragons are not male or female as men are wont to classify, but elder sister is the closest a mortal tongue can come to describing what she meant to me. I was the last of our brood to hatch, and Ashdaya cared for me where my sire could not. Thus, I was with her when Tiamat roared. I was with her when she journeyed south, and I was with her when she fought against the Void-sent hordes.
I've been hesitant just because of my arm. It's not bothering me right this second, but I notice it frequently throughout the day.
Yet no matter how many of their vile fiends we cast down, more rose from the abyss to take their place. Faced with an unwinnable war of attrition, Ashdaya risked her all on a final gamble. She
Feels deep.
plunged through the void gate itself to strike at the root of their strength.
It feels very deep in the muscle. I don't know if that means something.
I tried to follow in her wake, determined to lend what aid I could. But even as I came upon Alag's glittering tower, I saw the rift close behind her. And Ashdaya has been lost to us ever since.
I find I must retract my earlier claim of historical knowledge. Nowhere in the Crystal Tower's archives did I see mention of such noble sacrifice.
That does not surprise me. To Allagan eyes, it must have seemed as if a lone dragon, driven to madness, simply dove through the gate and did not return. For my part, I spent long years searching for the means to reunite with Ashdaya. Until I could search no more. Until Alag was dust, and the art to open a void gate large enough to accommodate a dragon forever lost.
Yet you have the beginnings of a gate right here, under the control of a harnessed device.
My discovery came before Radzat was founded. Though I scoured the lands for a method to cross the rift, it was beneath the sea that I chanced to find a natural planar fissure. It was, however, far too narrow to admit a worm's bulk. Only after our city rose upon the rock, and I could enlist the aid of our talented alchemists, did matters take a favorable turn. Their dedication was beyond reproach. Tirelessly, they worked to expand the fissure, and after decades of toil, it finally grew to a size that a child might pass through.
And so we sent an army of children.
Not long ago, you told us that you called out to your kin, that Ashdaya's answer was silence. I suspect the conclusion to your tale is not a joyful one.
With hope in my heart, I used a simulacrum to cross the threshold.
Yep.
But no, I did not find her. What I found was a host of Void-sent, clamoring around the opening they had sensed. 'Twas but a moment, but enough. I had no choice but to retreat and allow the portal to contract once more.
The gate was a threat to your people. You had to decide between endangering Razathan and abandoning your sister. And
Oh, you chose the latter. Oops, sorry, I thought it was done.
'Twas not that thy siblings scorned thy call. 'Twas that she was trapped beyond a barrier through which neither roar nor dragon may pass. Even now, in the desolate world of the 13th.
I can scarce imagine your pain, yet it was wise not to linger in that place. Too long a sojourn, and even a being of your power risks being warped into a creature of the void.
So his sister's almost certainly monster at this
You've
point.
seen this phenomenon before, when we stepped into the darkness.
I thought our time had come. I remember Nero turned purple.
As did I. Were it not for Une and Doga, or Nero for that matter, we might never have made it home. Do you remember what happened to Nero? How his wounds allowed the Void's corruption to enter his body and twist his ether? Had it been allowed to progress much longer, I presume he would have been fully transformed.
Then there is little hope for Ashdaya.
Ah, no. I hadn't meant to. I speak only of possibilities. The scales of the First Brood are extraordinarily resistant to ethereal fluctuations. They are the protective talisman's core components after all, and even the corruption I described would struggle to overcome. Of course. With the warding scale in one's possession, one could conceivably survive a stay in the 13th without being warped by its energies.
Be that as it may, it is too late to rescue my sister. 5,000 years too late.
Not too late to lay her to rest.
And now countless others look to me for guidance and protection. So when I sensed intruders in the ruins, I came only to ensure that the gate remained closed. That, and to secure the treasure, of course. I wish only to forget the rest.
We can go, though. Quest accepted. Yes, accepted. Into the void. Wow, they're adding everything to the codex. So they managed not only to expand the fishery, but also manipulate as one might a gate. Astonishing. Is there any chance I can learn more of how this feat was accomplished? I will tell you what I can. First, however, I must return to the High Crucible and arrange to replace the guardians you so handily destroyed. It will not do to leave the gate undefended. My apologies. We were perhaps a touch zealous in our rush to uncover the vault's secrets. If constructs can be repaired, we would be happy to offer assistance. That would not be necessary. Much as I retain spare vessels for myself, we keep duplicate guardians on hand for such eventualities. In any case, we should return to Razadhan. Oh, it's like the one place in town I haven't been. So we're gonna have just walking. Well, we're gonna go touch that ether core first. That looks familiar. I got all of them. That person's behind the barrier. promise to discuss the Void Gate further, but first I must attend to the matter of the Vault Sentinels. As your Smiths have no doubt informed you, Maxima's been okay. I got a touch of it. As your Smiths have no doubt informed you, Gabikulu has been reduced to so much scrap. Please bring a new one out of storage and see that it is conveyed to his post along with some few lesser constructs. Was it tomb robbers? Fiends born at the Tower of Zod? My sister Dread tell me a blasphemy yet roams free. We were bored. The shifty eyes. Oh, yep. Why such guilty faces? Surely it wasn't you. Is it you who are responsible for this? Oh. Well, the details aren't important. I shall see it done immediately. With that, the vault will soon be secure once more. Now, I believe you had questions. Quite a few, in fact. But I'd like to begin with the gate itself. It is still functional, yes? Indeed, which is why I saw it sealed with an alchemy forged lock and worded with my magics. Such power must not fall into the wrong hands. In truth, the primary reason for the vault's construction was to keep the gate hidden from the outside world. So much effort for such a little door. That little door you speak of leads to an abyss teeming with unspeakable horrors. That said, in its current state, it would only emit only the lowest of void scent, and from this side, no man would be able to pass through. No man? I should think Alpino would fit, given a firm enough push. Physical size is only one consideration. The true restriction hinges upon the etheric density of the soul in transit. And yet you succeeded in expanding this diminutive portal and sending your simulacrum to the 13th. Thanks to my brilliant alchemist, I should have destroyed the anomaly when I found it, but instead I made them devise a means to control it. After much experimentation, they accomplished the impossible. A method was conceived by which my magic could manipulate the fissure and transform it into a serviceable gate. But the process has long since been forgotten. Once I had given up searching for Asdaya, there was no need to preserve such esoteric and dangerous knowledge. Something like that. He's not with us. Thus has the gate lain dormant for years uncounted. Our own passage to the 13th was made relatively simple thanks to the Crystal Tower. An ancient mechanism channeled the tower's vast source of energy to open a void gate, when bound to a covenant made with a cloud of darkness. Once that sovereign entity was beaten back, however, the covenant was broken, and the doorway severed from its connection to the void. Theoretically, it should be possible to reconnect the gate by forging a new pact with another void scent, but such deals usually end in betrayal and death. In any case, much content to gain an understanding of the bounty gate. Perhaps you can resume your search for your sister. As I have already explained, I put those futile hopes to rest centuries ago. My place and my duty is here now. I meant to ask, what prompted you to search for the vault in the first place? Chief's legends were true. As you've seen, the fabulous wealth in the stories is quite real, if not its rumored origin. But I'm afraid I must assert a prior claim. I've been adding that trove for years, little by little, but the time has come to spend it that I might alleviate my people's suffering. And we are of one mind. We have no intention of taking it for ourselves. Isn't that right, my friend? Your Excellency, would you object if I were to conduct a closer examination of the gate? I'll make no attempt to open it, of course. I owe you and yours a debt that can never be repaid. Whatever boon you ask of me, you shall have it. You're most gracious. I shall take full advantage of your permission. Would that I could join thee in thy study. The Lockbirds will be anxious to receive my report. I beg my leave of you. And I must be off to Charlian as well. Mr. Krabs is eager to speak with you about that request, so please come back to the annex as soon as you're able. Farewell for now. We can discuss my findings once I return. You'll not be rid of me so easily. Now undertake the Chronicle of the New Era quest series, Myths of the Realm. What? Alright, what is that? Do I need to do that? What is that? Is that more side stuff? I don't know what's going on. The difficult part in all this will be deciding how best to put these riches to use. Will you lend me your assistance in these deliberations? Of course. Thank you, Kalina. Kay and I are in this together. I will follow her example. That background is very noisy. You don't notice it until you actually have like something else listening to it. Meanwhile, elsewhere. That's quite a throne. Xenos, probably. Maybe. Boss of Final Fantasy 1? If the cloak would lift up, we can save Xenos. No, that's definitely the guy from Final Fantasy 1 and from the one we played. I sensed the breaching of the gate, but it was not instigated from the side. It was thrown open from the other. Not to me! Also, what was that other thing? The students of Baldissian or whatever. I too felt it. The rare occurrence, yes. Such time portals beneath our notice. There are more pressing matters at hand. Opportunity is upon us. The coming which we have waited for nigh on 10,000 years. We dare not let it slip our grasp. Yet we must not underestimate she who bested the cloud of darkness. Even restrained by a covenant, the cloud was no feeble wisp to be dispersed by some flesh and blood mortal. Bah, let her come. I will drown the world and watch this flesh and gasp for breath in her final moments. Your zeal is admirable, but forget not our cause. Think back on our struggles beneath this sunless sky. Remember why we cede not our will to fight. I'm back! Did you miss me? And celebrate. Bring on my hoodie. What's up, Jack? Throw on a hoodie. Be toasty warm. Meow! I'm doing pretty well. This chair feels weird. Why does the chair feel weird? It's time to set the war in motion and win redemption for our star. Bum bum bum. Compote. Oh, I still gotta figure out if we can get Princess Bride. That'd be really good. Have you guys had a chance to look for it? Also, am I supposed to go brush? Not at all. That's Fox's job, not mine. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go brush. We like, what, 2.5 minutes work? 2.5 minutes work yesterday. Do that. I'll be right back. I'm back. A bit stiff. Why do we want the rounded ears? Well, what is the point of the rounded ears? Do they serve a purpose? It doesn't seem like they would. I am back. Shall I begin? If we're to spend the treasure wisely, then we must first determine which groups will benefit most from monetary assistance. Some of my citizens may find it intimidating to speak with the satrap directly, so I would ask that you act in my stead. Okay, you are to visit Akiali and Yedlamad. Speak with Masya and his people and listen to their grievances. Today I bid you do the same at Palakistan. I'll be conducting my own inquiries at the Giant's Call grounds. Once you believe you have ascertained the needs of the populace, we can reconvene at Megaduda. Just be aware that if too much changes, we may have to mess with some of the other things, like the ears, the Ear flicking. That could be tedious. I kind of want something sweet. I've gotten kind of used to eating a piece of candy every night. Okay, I'm so glad to see you return unharmed. Finished with the boat, then. Anything the village desperately needs? Well, I suppose Kalzal's lost his artist. I'm trying to find buyers for my fish, but although I sell a few here and there, it's so much more difficult than it was before. Everyone's still struggling to rebuild their lives. For now, we're just banding together as best we can. And I stand by it. I just don't... I still want it, though. Greetings and welcome, traveler. If this is your first visit to Abner, then you must try my special armor lassie. Its refreshing zest cannot be beat. Of course. Look. That sounds tasty. I was actually thinking about getting an apple. Because that's kind of sweet without being, like, candy. Or like, you know, crazy. Ow! I will bite you! What's such a wonder cost, you wonder? Normally I part with 3 bottles for generous price of 19,800 gil. But for you, I'm willing to go as low as even 10,000. You'd be practically stealing from me. I am not Estinian. Estinian? Who is Ah! You're the one who was with that spirit-toting fellow. We can hardly blame man for trying. So what do you think? Should I go get an apple and munch on it? Do you want to hear me munching on an apple on stream, getting apple juice all over the screen? I can hardly blame man for trying. I need to lose more weight, though, so no. The world may no longer be on fire, but we're still sifting through the ashes, so to speak. Sister, spare me. Might as well have that ugly tower back for the scant few travelers we see these days. I myself barely have the coin to buy at local prices. I tell you, if I didn't charge that odd adventurer a small fortune for afternoon tea, I'd be scavenging for scraps in the street. Yeah, there's still $5 ranchers and a bunch of mints. Not that many mints. It's like 10 mints, maybe? Something like that? Total? Sigh. How fares the port? Well, it's in shambles, isn't it? Trade routes are over much more than the dangerous past, certainly. But no small number of merchants have had to sell their ships to make ends meet in the short term. Add to that the sailors we lost in the final days, and it's little wonder the flow of exports is no more than a pitiful trickle. If Carl's and his consortium were still with us, I'm sure he'd have found a way to turn our forces around. That was the man who got things done. God's rest his soul. One of the key local figures of getting understanding of the populace's hardships, far on ways to report at Megaduda. Thank you kindly. I'll also say this, I slept in a weird position yesterday. Oh yeah, so go pick up that game if you want to join us. It's a 4-player game. I think, as far as I know, only Carvel and I have it. 45% off is not bad. Okay, 3 of us have it. 3 of us have it. Yeah, it's like $11 for next week or so. I have 12 friends with this game. Keep in mind, sales might be regional, so... Also, make sure it's... I mean, if it's on Steam, it should be compatible, right? Where are we going? Oh, I'm going all the way over there? Yeah, I'm teleporting. Megaduza! Also, I haven't checked Humble in a while. I'm still paying for it. Do I have any games I can pick up? Oh wow, Core Keepers is one of the February 2026 games. Are those available yet? Yep, I got November, December, and January games to get. Sonic Frontiers is on the list. Punch Showdown? Wait, do I have Lost Skies? Is that a game I have? No, I don't have that one. Godlike Burger. Beholder Conductor. Dungeon Tycoon could be fun. There's a lot of good games. Yeah, it looks like Resident Evil The Village is on sale. Squirrel with a Gun. As the neighborhood's most obnoxious rodent, develop a knack and a love for crime and mayhem in pursuit of golden acorns, this nutty sandbox shooter and puzzle platformer. Fight tooth, claw, and gun to escape a secret underground facility and defeat the agents. It's literally a squirrel with a normal-sized handgun. I got so distracted. I am so distractible. My advisor's return. I've just made it back myself. Why do you retain this vessel now that you have your true form is known? You could have flown across the island in a fraction of the time. Be as it may, the sight of a massive creature descending from the sky can be startling to say the least. And there are a few places I can enter comfortably without risk of flattening some cart or stall. Fair enough. We've done Deep Rock Galactic before. It's an option. I was just looking at the games on my list that I already have and I haven't put on my list on my Steam account yet. Fun fact, I also get a lot of my game giveaways from that. If I already have a game that's on the list, I give it away. So, for example, we'll be giving away Core Keeper next year. This year. Later. As for my inquiries, the people of Pakistan were unanimous in their reply. They're surviving. Resources were stretched to the limit when refugees were pouring in, but they persevered with some assistance from Yedaman. From what I understand, they have always been an independent community, hunters, foragers, and the like. I was assured that the jungle provides for their needs, for the most part. Blanca stand has weathered disaster better than most, it seems. I myself for good news and bad. The quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having just sold a full wagon of giant skull to a foreign trader. But such visitors are few and far between. Compared to our best years, the weight of a stone leaving Thavnir has been light indeed. Our nation is small and isolated, its prosperity dependent on a steady stream of exports. We must identify any obstacles to the flow of trade so we begin working to remove them. Blame Kevin in HR? Maybe you got thunk. We must identify any obstacles to the flow of trade so we begin working to remove them. Kevin, what did you learn in Akiali and Yedlavad? I see. Without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch. How are you today, Neo? You doing good? I believe we should first address the lack of ships and shortage of able-bodied sailors in Yedlaman. I'm reminded of a child I spied as I made my way back to the palace. His father lost at sea when the beast sunk their vessel. So many variations of the same tragic tale repeated over and over. So many lives lost. Once again, Gunfire Reborn is the next game we'll play together, co-op game. But after that, you guys need to pick a game together. And figure out how many people will be interested in said game. And also, specifically, how many people can commit to playing it regularly. That was one of the issues we ran into. Is it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna play 7 Days to Die, and we get like 5 or 6 people for day 1. And then by the next time we stream it, we have like 3 or 4. And then, you know, you go a couple weeks and you end up with like 2. And I'm one of them. And at some point it just gets, at some point Kyrell is just dealing with my garbage. Or Zelric is just dealing with my garbage. Where I literally just throw everything in a chest in 7 Days to Die and let someone else deal with it. Enough grief to drown in if we let ourselves be overcome. We will not. Akalia, Asine, and I will consider the protection you brought me, and devise a plan to help my people confront this adversity. Come, I'd like you to be in attendance when I announce the proposal to my assembled functionaries. By the way, this isn't a game request either. You guys don't have to redeem this. This is not a redeem. This is a, I want a game we can all play together, and I'm too lazy to deal with it, so I'm outsourcing it to you guys to collectively decide for a game. It's probably gonna be a couple months though. Months away.
I thank you for your attendance.
I was forced to come here.
The riches the Radiant Host have retrieved were hoarded in Al-Zadar's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need.
That is something I would like to do. Soul Mass would be a lot more fun with more people, too. That'd be great. Having a big group of people fighting stuff. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
And lo, that day hath come. May it aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor. In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul.
I would like to repeat something, though. The Discord issues that people are saying, I have no intention currently of abandoning Discord. My stream, or my channel, is not a adult channel, so it should not be blocked. It should function as normal. Taquero El Diablo? Is that devil tacos? They're doing something else now? Wait, are they doing more? What are they doing? I was just thinking about maybe getting Mexican food later in the week. Or Mexican adjacent if I decide to go to Taco Bell. Mostly because I want to get some Baja Blast, which I've never had, ever. I've never tasted Baja Blast. Yeah, but that's only for accounts that are, So here's my understanding of... I am referring to the Face ID when I was talking about Discord stuff. So, the Face ID is there to allow you to access adult materials. So that's adult servers, adult content. My server is not an adult content. They claim that 99% of users will see no difference. And like I was saying yesterday, if they suspect my account of being a child, they are stupid. Because my account is 11 years old. Makes no sense. Well, that's just the next game we're playing, Check. You don't have to play it. We can always get on the next one. So, I don't know. It's always... Things like this are always hit or miss. I know I have definitely bought games before where it's like, oh, I want to play this for you guys. And then we play like one time and like, oh, this just doesn't work. What was that game? Enshrouded was like that. I tried to play it on stream and it lagged my model really, really bad. Like, extremely bad. So it's not a streamable game. I can't stream it. Anyway.
Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly.
Oh, I also can do my taxes starting tomorrow, I think.
Firstly, the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more. None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware. But an absence was created by the loss of Kalzal's consortium. And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
And what of the children who were left without family to care for them?
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. The simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society.
My finger is itchy where it's like scabbed over. It's really itchy.
Nay,
I really want to pick
a
at it.
proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come.
How about a school? Do you stop me? I'll fight you.
Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge, adventurer. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
Cookie! Cookie! I eat cookie. No, cookie gone. It takes a village.
Of course. We must all look out for one another. Let us put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive of Al-Zadar's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage. Now, such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name.
I'm not naming it. Taxi McTaxface? So the cause all seems appropriate.
A fitting candidate. Kalzal should be remembered, not as the blasphemy which terrorized Thavne, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores. Do any among you object to this proposition?
I really like the armor style.
Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well. Isn't that right, men?
This one. This armor. This armor. Not the helmet. The helmet looks dumb. This one's good too. That armor.
This bodes well for that boy. Mirad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
Then let it be done. Henceforth, this initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation.
I want to go into the darkness, though. I want to go kill things.
Nadine, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor.
Government overreach! Government overreach! I'm kidding. That's only in the U.S.
Clerks, see to the management of our funds and make haste. Our citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. I'm reminded of Ishgard.
I wonder. So, so check you in this game. Sometimes there's masks that have like function. Like there's a button you can hit, and it'll make it like so the face mask comes out. It could be one of those. That is an ancient reference. Do you even know what you're referencing? That is ancient. It's so... I don't even know what it's from. Thank you for the enforced cause on his name. Those whose lives he enriched will take comfort in seeing his legacy honored. You forgive me for not speaking sooner, but I bear a message from Archon Ystolva. She asks that you meet her in the High Coast Butcher at earliest convenience. Wait, there's... I don't get the other reference. Understood, thank you. So must have finished her study of the Void Gate. Shall we hear what she has to say then? I'll go with you. Oh, don't worry, you're among friends here. I happen to be 900. The Satrap Beach busy setting up a foundation. My curse been the well-oiled cogs this administration since before Awan assumed office. They understand what needs to be done. And I'm curious to learn what conclusions your Archon has reached concerning the gate's unique construction. As you wish, allow me to lead the way, Your Excellency. To the High Crucible! It's like right next to us. Oh, never mind. It's all over there. Exactly. Yeah, I think that was like Saturday Night Live or something. Or there's hit some, I believe in a thing called Love. I'm not familiar with that group. Have you guys heard the crazy song, Chicken Banana? That's an old reference,
right.
too.
Here we all are.
Actually, I don't know how old that reference is. How old is that? Oh, not that old. Right, here we all are.
You discovered something new.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the Void Gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening. For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vritra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
That's a shame.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw it. I remember hearing audio of it.
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics.
Well, talk on, Stola. We'd love to hear it.
From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them. Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the First.
You're not old.
You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world.
I'm pretty sure old people don't watch Twitch.
The magics tore a hole in the wall separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness.
You're older than me, but...
In that place,
That's
the laws
okay.
of nature hold no sway.
Unless you're retiring, I don't think you're old.
Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were born safely to your destination in the First.
Are you one of Jeff's parents? That'd be interesting.
The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Then what of the many voidsent found in the source? Who guides them here, and how?
An excellent question. Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical. For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power.
Okay. This is all going on in my head. Oh. I didn't know he'd said that. Are you gonna go for it?
To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate.
I mean, I'd support it, assuming you're not related by blood.
The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact. Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner.
Yeah, I've thought about leaving the US, but I'm not quite ready for that yet. Canada's too cold for me. Europe could be fun.
Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain exarch dragged us to the First. And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th.
By the way, if I ever ask something that's too personal, just tell me to shut up. It's okay.
Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
I mean, you can always bury him and bring him into the US. I will confess, I have a filter issue sometimes. It's a known problem.
Wait. You said that Voidsent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in like a fisherman with his catch.
You can take a boat.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
It takes like 2 weeks. That's not bad. You take a 7-day boat trip.
When the hordes poured forth from Alak's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through.
Oh yeah, where is Jeff today? Is he not here? I feel bad talking about him when he's not here to defend himself.
Though to my knowledge, planar fissures are in essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse. Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
When I go to FanFest, I'm gonna try to go to Disneyland beforehand. I've never been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World. I'm East Coast.
I believe solving that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
And
how do you intend to get your answers?
No. The danger is too great.
Perhaps. But what some call danger, others think of as adventure.
We're going in! We're gonna go kill some stuff!
Were you not listening to my tale? Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages. Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
I am an army of murderous horrors. I didn't think he slept.
I assure you I was most attentive. And I agree that to go alone would be certain death. But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th, and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved.
Count me in. You show what calls, I come.
I had a feeling you might say that.
Yeah, I've never been to California, but I'll be in Anaheim in a couple months.
Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands.
You'll know when because I won't be streaming.
That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open it without the Satrap's personal authority.
As I've said before, I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
You have my word that we will take every precaution. Not a single Void Scent will be allowed to threaten Radzatan, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
I've heard good things about North Carolina. I have some friends that live there.
You have a plan.
I told you he doesn't sleep.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
I actually have a friend who's in North Carolina who's going to be visiting next month. And we're probably going to go out and do, like, dinner or something.
That they did. House Daymir was overseeing the project.
I told you, Jeff never seems to sleep. He's always on. He's always on RuneScape.
Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
This is a friend of mine, like, from work. So, I haven't seen him in a few years. So, but yeah. I mean, I do meet people, just not... I have to keep the streaming separate because if you guys met me, you guys would get bored of me really fast. Like, I prefer to hang out with you here because then we can continue hanging out rather than try to do more, and you guys are like, no, ew, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. Maybe in, like,
I did not fully comprehend the theory, but their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fissure.
I am going to do I will post a picture of myself in my cosplay when I go to FanFest, okay? If I get big enough, yeah. If I went to TwitchCon, it would be as a participant, as a guest, not a guest. What's the word? A ticket holder, or general public. I'm nowhere near big enough to be TwitchCon. I'm tiny, tiny. There's people with like 1 month-old accounts that are bigger than I am.
After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made void scent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
A man-made void send.
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daemir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
Graha's favorite place to sneak around.
Indeed. Numenon's restricted stacks may very well hold a copy.
But if you ask about the convention, I'm going to the Final Fantasy convention.
In which case, I say we head directly to Charleon.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Unless you anticipate needing help to reach the high shelves, I see myself being of little use. Go on ahead. I still need to find Mirad and tell him about the Kalzal Foundation.
I mean, having someone taller get stuff off high shelves is very useful. I make a deal with any tall people that I know.
Let us be on our way as well.
If you get stuff off high shelves for me, I get stuff off low shelves for you. That's how it works. Right? So I am pretty tall. For a girl, that is. It's also time to brush again. Ish.
They are resolved to venture into the void. Do I sit idly by?
Alright, I think we go brush. Brushy, brushy. I will be right back, okay? We'll do 2.5 minutes again. And... Okay, I am back, but we still got 38 seconds. So I'm going to be not playing my idle game at all. Don't worry about that. Yep, all is well. You know, I've got to check something. You don't know. You can't see. You can't see what I'm doing, so how do you know if I'm lying? You don't, so there. You have no idea. I could be doing anything, really. You can't hear, Frosty. You can hear nothing. Silly people. Steam. Hey, I mean, you know I'm running it. That doesn't mean you know what's going on. See, look, where is it? Where, huh? Where's that idle game you're talking about? Where is it, huh? Where is it? Wait, what? You can see that? That's that thing. It's very noisy. Oh, Charlian. We're going to Charlian. Where am I going? Like, it's right here. Dun, dun, dun. 6-3. Okay, that's taller than me. It's not a long neck model, Frosty. Please stop saying that. For native Numenons, restrict archives at minimum of fuss, and we must secure the permission of the forum. First, however, we shall need to enlist the cooperation of a member to broach the matter on our behalf. Do you think might be inclined to assist us? No one springs to mind? What if the scholar monster chain? He did come McGraw has defense during the inquiry, after all. How do you see all that? I don't know what all those no things are. What is that? What is that? This thing? What's that other number? Oh, okay, yeah, that's that number. Right? Noted. It's the frame of the hair and the fact that there's a shoulder piece. It's the same color as the hair. This outfit might be better in blue on Scarlet. But that's, you know, it's a matter for another day. So settled. Let's head to the phenomenon and see if he's willing to help us once more. No, Scarlet! I'm back. Scarlet's gone. Roll an insecure fox. This is not where we need to go. Is that guy's name Basil Duray? It's like Sundere, but maybe with basil. I visited Master Montoya at the age of 7 and labored under her tutelage for a full decade. I never had a chance to attend the studio. Neither Thancred, as I recall. Soon after Master Louisoix took mine off the streets, he was put in the care of another Archon. He was a rigorous and practical education in arts of espionage and survival. So I was wondering what my life had been like. Wonder what my life might have been like had I pursued studies here instead. Tea at the last day and after a day of lectures? that does sound lovely. Afternoons with friends spent sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Montoya for the world. The dank cave I studied in was about as far from the bright, airy halls of academia as one could get. It was a wondrous, magical childhood nonetheless. Oh, those doors will go to the same place. Onto the desks! Why is he standing there staring at an empty chalkboard? Seems silly. Ah, visitors, and quite esteemed ones at that. What may I do for you? Pray forgive the intrusion, Scholar. We were hoping you might help us secure permission to enter Numenon's restricted archives. Oh ho, no further forays into the stacks this time, eh? I follow this newfound sense of propriety. Yet, in all this wide world of comparative serenity, what so compels you to disturb a vault of forbidden wisdom? So which would you say is further away? The edge of the universe or the first? Fascinating. I had no idea such a technique existed. I would have been surprised if you had. My assumption is correct. Research left behind by House Demir has lain dormant in Charlotte's archives for many centuries. If you unearth this research, what then? Surely you don't intend to cross over into the void. That is, in fact, precisely what we intend. To what end, pray tell? To develop a method of traversing the rift, for one. Then I might keep my word to a distant friend. Sentiment aside, I have journeyed to the end of existence. I have heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world and the echo of its future. And yet I want to understand everything, to unravel it all down to its very last secret. What scholar worthy of the name wouldn't force open a void gate or two if a grand revelation was the promised reward? What's going on over there in the background? Ha ha ha. Marvelous! An audacious proposal worthy of Master Montoya herself. After hearing the whys and the wherefores, I, for one, do not believe you use knowledge for ill. I see no reason not to present your requests for the forum's consideration. I mean, you could be. Maybe you just went out for milk one day. Although your petition would be better received if you also had the support of another well-placed acquaintance. I'm not hearing a no. My Master Fashionably, of course. He can hardly ignore an earnest request from his dear children's most treasured comrades. I was hesitant to approach him directly, but there is no denying that having Master Fashionably on our side would tip the balance in our favor. Very well, we will pay the visit to Levier Estate and complete our case. Hey, we'll see the twins while we're there. Oh no, they're out and about, aren't they? One last thing before you go. I would consider it a personal favor if you might share with me the discoveries you make in the void. My appetite for knowledge is every bit as insatiable as yours, I'd wager. So if you could see your way to indulge in an old man's curiosity... Of course, Calric. We'll be sure to pass on any revelations. Dialogue spots? I don't see any. How do I leave? I need to leave! What over here? Why Why do you need free levels? What's the level you've been doing Fortnite? I'm Cicada, Mr. Stola. How may I be of service? You come to speak with Master Fashionably. Is he home by any chance? Yes, the Master is in residence. I shall inform him that he has guests. Well, that's the thing. He might not know he's your son. You could have left to go get cigarettes or something, and then met up with him online to keep an eye on him, all while keeping secret that you're actually his father. Well. I merely asked to invite you inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. You have some matter of importance to discuss? Then pray proceed. You have my full attention. Well, I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time around. Fortnite and the event is giving Battle Pass level a day for logging in. Do you guys even play Fortnite now? Scarlet Montchain expressed much the same sentiment. I assure you, will not attempt to circumvent the forum's authority again, unless it's absolutely necessary, of course. Of course. You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for good reason, yes? If no pressing need exists, then why risk the consequences of employing this forbidden knowledge? For a brother who misses his sister, chooses his guardian his friend. A selfless hero across the rift between worlds to save our homeland from horror and suffering. But the brother has given up on thoughts of reunion. He spends his efforts elsewhere, watching over a people yet healing from the flames of the final days. Loyal to his duty, while betraying the longing in his heart. It is no vital mission, perhaps, reuniting these siblings, but it feels a worthy cause to pursue all the same. As one who feared losing his own loved ones and spent years in research to prevent it, surely appreciate how painful such a separation must be. What is level 300? I don't understand. Like, are we, what kind of scale are we talking about? Are we playing, like that's a cap? Is that the cap? Or is that, like, do you go up, like, Goku levels? If, like, 9,000 is, the cap? Also, how's your hand doing? I know it's broken, but how is it doing? Is it, mending? Is it giving you pain? The texture is still very much mystery to us. Is it really? I'm the smartest fox alive. The texture is still very much mystery to us. Offering to share experiences in the first should constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation. Do not celebrate just yet. The forum must still be convinced. I'll add your request to the list of today's deliberations. I'll deliver the decision to you at the body's annex. Does anybody actually hit the cap? Because if they're giving you one level a day and you're still only level 300, how much time do you have to hit the cap? Is it like if it's a battle pass, that means it resets every few months, right? Or every so often? I guess you play every day, you can do better. Like, playing all day, every day. Actually, is it Goku in Fortnite? Fortnite's got, like, everything in it. I'm looking at how long the Fortnite Battle Pass is. How long is Fortnite season? 2 to 3 months. Okay, it's impossible, so it just keeps going. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm very distractible. What were we saying? Yeah, impossible to get 9,000. So you're, like, well over the cap. So where the form decide? Could have blown the masturbatory has burned some bridges here in Charlian. Insulted the earth for good measure. When it became clear that her student was petitioned into question, oh, no few members voiced their discontent. Love fox with a little love fox. Valid Fox 26B. The chamber was reminded, in no uncertain terms I might add, of the incredible debt we owe to you and your companions. That served to silence the grumbles and stiffen a few spines, and it was agreed that allowing you entry into the archives was the least we could do in return. That's wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf. Yes, Phil, as I'm sure you're aware, this permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with utmost caution. There will be repercussions if it is not. The person who introduced you and Jeff to each other suspected it might have been your long lost. Do you have a long lost son? Are you aware of a missing child? I'm just curious. I wish you well in your endeavor, and I bid you good day. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising? Aye, but that very stoicism is exactly what Charlian needed to guide it through not one, but 2 exoduses. Exoduses? How do you say that? A little touch of lotion. I'm 90% sure, 99.999% sure I don't have any children. That went rather well, I think. I think I would have noticed, you know? As a child, I dreamed of any number of schemes for getting my hands on those forbidden tomes. And now I can simply walk in through the door. Our focus will be on finding House Damer's research notes. Of course, the thought of so much knowledge at my disposal has me feeling a little giddy. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that, Neo. Also, hi, Mopar. Jeff, I'm not getting lotion on the keyboard. I'm fine. You'll be heading directly to the archives from here, I presume? You presume correctly. You want to speak with the index page when you arrive. It's been instructed to grant you access to the restricted section. Excellent. Once again, we thank you for all of your help. Hooray, done working! It was my pleasure, believe me. May you find the knowledge you seek. Shall we? Yep, come on, Shola. Stola and I journey around the world. Hey, technically I'm still working. What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that, oh, that's a message. At least they asked you to randomly inviting. It's up there. That's on the hill. Gotta get up the hill. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, I'm off Monday. I have decided I'm going to do some yard work on Monday and also go to that coffee place again. Do the match elf is no way your child? That's good. Although at least then I'd have someone to blame for how he turned out. Yard work street, really? You want to see me? I'm going to be trimming some tree/bush things. Think of the set of instructions I laughingly imagine may actually exist, but you're on the way from where you found me napping. If I had known of Osdal's the Third's, excuse me. If I had known of Osdal's the Third's exploit sooner, I could have well saved myself days of research. Even Cho's book might have pointed me in the right direction. A lot darker? No, the snow disappeared days ago. I don't think there's any snow left. It was 70-something today. 70-something today. It is quite warm. There is no snow anywhere. To achieve the impossible, one must needs be a flexible in mind and look beyond the conventional wisdom. Lesson I'd already learned, but clearly not taken to heart. So I actually have a friend in California that I'm trying to convince to come at least have dinner with me when I'm out there. I think that'd be fun. Archon, Istola, and guest identified. Do you wish to proceed into the restricted archives? Follow me if you would. Watch your step, and please note that the use of naked flames is discouraged. No, you didn't. She doesn't go out much. She reminds me a lot of myself, though. She's stick thin. Although, she is, I think vaguely Asian. I don't know her exact, ancestry.
If House Damia's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
Alright, you got it. I'm gonna start looking at books. Why would they stack them like this? It looks so stupid. I mean, it looks really cool, but it looks like it'd be very terrible. So I'm just gonna randomly search around. Today, in a world not my own, I met the most beautiful void-born creature. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren, eyes blazing not with hunger, but trembling like a candle's flame, threatening to flicker out at any moment. I wonder if she is even the proper word. Such distinctions seem inconsequential, insignificant even. All that matters is the love I feel for this exquisite, transcendent being. Though you're tempted to read more, that this does not seem to be the volume you're seeking. Oh my. I think this is appropriate reaction for that. Oh my. Let's read this real quick. Let's read this one. In the year 1564, the 6th house of air, the Amalja summoned to free the patron god. Thank you for the pets. I hit the wrong button. Interesting. The Amalja summoned Ifrit, their patron god. Accounts describe the being as a gigantic, lich-like being with potent command of fire aspect and magics. If we consider that primal summoning is an act fueled by faith and prayer, it's unsurprising and not unexpected that the resulting deiform entity should manifest the appearance of powers with which it is attributed by its worshippers. What then might emerge from the ether should one who believes in an almighty omniscience attempt the same ritual? Would the scholar himself grace us with his presence, some other embodiment of the divine sagacity? Could this man-made god truly be all-knowing? And if it were, whence would such knowledge arise? I myself have many questions concerning the nature of the ancient world. With no spell to transport back to days of old, could I instead summon a being possessed of an encyclopedic wisdom of every age? Yet with no means to verify its pronouncements, how could one be certain they were true? There might be a responsibility to discuss therein. This does not seem to be the volume we're seeking. That is very boring. I am also very pale. The following page details an advanced method for manipulating rift-spanning apertures as devised by Nuoshan, the ninth patriarch of House Daimler. Present these research to the facility, the faculty of Charlie and Studium as both a token of our friendship and expression of our boundless admiration. You appear to have located the forbidden volume you seek. Sure, we need to make the final confirmation. Ishtola! I found it! Has something that struck me, do you? My apologies. I flipped open but a single book and was completely absorbed by the contents. Well done, Akira. I think you may have found our prize.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damia's resonance many times at the Great Work.
Oh, yeah, working out in the open does tend to give you a tan.
Time to see what all the fuss was about.
Is it a magic book? Ah, my mask is revealed! Training stress, Fox.
Among the ranks of the Void Sent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard. From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations. Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings revealed that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate.
That sounds really cool. What does it all mean?
Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial Atomos.
Jeff would. Jeff never leaves the house.
How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon Void Scent, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales. And still, House Daimler went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive.
I feel like I need to sneeze, but it's not coming.
It was no easy task. But at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for.
Never mind, it came. Yay, sneeze.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves. Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
Not today, anyway. Maybe another day. I mean, we could still hang out here by ourselves if you want to. It's quite nice and quiet. Oh, I mean, that's just a mammoth. Don't judge me. You were all thinking it. As much as I'd love to start crafting the Atmos, I'm afraid this is far outside my field of expertise. Fortunately, we know a Hannister alchemist who would be delighted to involve herself in our House Daemir project. Our business here is concluded for the moment. Please pass on our regards to the forum. Your message will be conveyed. Should you wish to indulge in more forbidden literature, I will be here. Patron mode disabled, security mode engaged. If anyone can help us, Nidhana can. I'd say return to Thavnir and look for the great work. Off we go. It's so expensive teleporting all over the place. One feet Questia. Is that like a brush again? Not yet. Soon. It still tells me you're pursuing a most fascinating study, but you want me to be a part of it. I have no doubt you'd be interested. Research logs should speak for itself. Will it now? Father and sisters, this is a mark of House Daemir. I never even knew such a work existed. If you should, it was sequestered in Numenon's restricted archives after all. And we have it out here in the rain now. Taco, taco, taco. Not taco, taco, taco. Nom, 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 nom. Taco gone. Taco gone! It was. That means every word within it is forbidden knowledge. A forbidden tome filled with forbidden research, and you put it right in my unsuspecting hand? I can hardly wait to read it. It is raining. I think the Daemir were developing such marvelous techniques so long ago. How many innovations have been lost over the centuries, I wonder? As you've glanced over the notes, what say you to helping us build a new mock Atmos? I said yes, 1,000 times yes! Work on a Daemir project that even the redoubtable scholars of Charlian trembling in their sandals? No alchemist of great work could resist. You're a woman after my own heart. I suppose I should ask, what do you mean to do with the big-mouthed simulacrum once we built it? There's a secret void gate, and it's sealed in the ruins from the bottom of the bounty. Today is a day of revelations indeed. If the purpose of our man-made Atomos is to expand the hidden portal, then I need to see it for myself, I think. Identifying risk-spanning apertures is not the sort of thing you want to attempt without first taking into account every single factor. Then by all means, accompany us to the vault. I plan to lead us back there shortly, once we finish gathering the components I require. Hi! Charlie's markets provide the raw aquamarine and pure water crystals. But I might need help obtaining a small quantity of astrally infused water. Ow! Big cheese. For such liquid, you need to go no further than the font of Naya. Aesthetics of old once favored the place for their meditations, and the water which pools there now is known to enliven the flow of ether. I must say, this, I can't remember what the name of the cheat is. I think it's Grana Padano cheese, maybe? That sounds familiar. It reminds me of Parmesan and Swiss. It's really good. I don't know, I like it. It's really good. I've been having it with bread for lunch. That sounds perfect. If you'd be so kind as to fill a flask at the pool, I would petition for each to join us. The idea I have in mind won't amount to much without his authority to command the Void Gate. I mean, I would share the cheese if you were here. I'd give you a little sliver. But you're too far away. It reminds me of Swiss and Parmesan. Shall we about it then? We meet back here on. Did I miss a line? Yeah, we're good. Uber it over? I'm not putting cheese in the back of an Uber. Never be the most edible thing in the house, Jeff. You do well to learn that lesson. If you eat my food, you become the most edible thing in the house. You think? As I've always said, as my poor departed grandmother once said, or always said, the weight of a man's heart is to his stomach. That way you don't have to deal with the ribcage. I like the Gouda. Gouda's good. I also really like sharp cheddar. Every cheese has a place. You have that flask for me? Yeah, I need to prep to do more tacos. I haven't... Is this right? Thank you, Kalia. Oh, we have to pick a reward. Four state sharp cheddar and friends. That sounds really good. Dibs. Right, now it's time to brush. Nope, still not. Still no. Look, I came across. This Indian seemed in need of a diversion, and we in turn may have need of his lands. Right then, now that our little party's assembled, let's make our way to the ruins. Will we have need of Mastria's boat again? At this time, once you're still informed of our destination, I arranged for vessels to be made ready at Akiali. Almost, Fox? Next is ever the gracious host, shall we? Well, I also like vegetarian tacos, so... I maintain to make it spicy. My tacos will allow you to lose weight. if you eat them, and eat them like without too much cheese and stuff. It's basically black beans and rice and tomatoes with spices. Eat in moderation, yes. The ship is yours to command. Oh, thanks. We set sail at once. Oh, this is so exciting. Ozdal's legacy. See the truth of the legend with my own eyes. All aboard for the treasure vault. You gonna try to make it to FanFest, Elric? I hope you won't be disappointed if you do.
The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty. It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors.
You have to make it a
I
6-0.
feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
Zarek, that is several weeks early, because the FanFest is the, I think it's like the 27th or something? Like the 23rd, maybe? I have a hotel room from the 20th to 27th. Although I need to go cancel one of them. Because I have 2 hotel rooms. I don't need 2. Roach Coach tacos work best? Oh, I make them myself. A lot of rice, a lot of black beans, hot salsa, taco mix with some extra chili powder, and what's the other one? Not paprika. What's the other one? Cumin. Cumin's good. Then you add whatever salsa or taco sauce you want, with some cheese and lettuce in a shell. Or I like wraps.
What is it you're doing now?
There's something
Random
I wish
facts.
to verify.
Ian's here. What are you guys gonna do about it? Hi! Good to see you all. Will you look at that? Yen is here. Yen is here. Ray! It's just time to go brush. Is it time to brush? I don't know. Feels like it's time to brush. What's been going on here?
The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance.
Okay.
Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater.
Good to know.
Gra has theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
Verde salsa is very good. I found it recently. I found it really good. Tasty, tasty, tasty. But I also like really, really hot stuff. Really, really spicy. Like Reaper powder and stuff. Say nothing like meaningful at Justinian. Are you saying it familiar?
Very good. I see you've been paying attention.
I have, Istola. I've been paying good attention.
As Vritra sent his simulacrum, so too shall we rely on a familiar to bear the brunt of any unpleasant consequences.
Happy day, happy day, happy day.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same.
That sounds awesome. I'll eat it. I am very easy to poison because I love food. And I hate seeing food go to waste.
I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
Mahi Mahi. Supposedly. I don't know. I'm guessing.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
A pogo.
From ocean rise and cloudbank form. From mountain spring and rainfall storm. From river flow and life be born.
What are we voting? Oh. I think it's a Porgo. Porgo, the little frog thing.
Water, water, froth and foam!
Oh, that's sad.
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
I love Obsidian.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
It was adorable. I love it. Oh, it's a Nixie. Hi, Jack. Good to see you again. Good to see you. Good to see you. Look at these things. Aren't they cute?
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate. I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual.
And Check missed it. Poor thing.
In any case, these two should serve us well. This one will bear a warding scale. And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption.
I guess she just shoved
If
it
I could
into the thing.
impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
The summoning ritual.
Ah, yes, of course.
We should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
The 26th, you're back to what?
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well.
Yeah, froth and foam. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know. Let us begin, shall we?
Alright, rest well. Yeah, Neo, don't be dumb. Don't be like me. Or Fox.
Nixies, into the void.
Ow! You're lucky I don't have my powers right now. What are you playing? You playing Fortnite? Fortnite games, Fortnite more? Awesome. Though I do play a lot of Final Fantasy lately. I am an omni streamer. I stream everything. They call it a variety
I
streamer
think
now.
we've waited long enough.
I used him in the back.
Nixies, return to my side.
One of them's gonna be a monster, isn't it? Oh, thank you.
Thank you, little one. You did well.
Poor little guy.
Oh, the poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
Is it getting bigger?
We're out of time. I must reseal the void gate.
Oh, that's so nice of you. I appreciate it.
They're coming through!
Let them come.
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
You mostly use troller?
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
I want to go through and start killing stuff. Fight, 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 fight. We must avenge the
And what
cute
of our
little thing.
experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium.
As long as you don't lose it.
Rest now, little ones.
I wonder if more than one talisman would work better.
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation.
So we need more than one.
It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently.
Looks okay to me. Unless you mean the gems being kind of pale.
We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness.
My neck is stiff.
In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void. You remember Una Kalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated world used the stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies. transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the
almost
time
time to go
anyone
brush
thought
again.
to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition?
Oh, that is scary. Be nice, Neo. You should be like me. Yen, I'm always nice.
I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
And that reminds me, I do need to go do something. I always forget. I always forget to renew my stupid, my stupid Prime sub. I'm so bad at remembering it. It never stops, though. Fox does bite. So does Scarlet. So does Yang, for that matter.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage.
I'm back.
A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way.
I'm surprised you haven't tried out the new redeem.
But first, I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
You would do that when I need to go brush.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could, if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives? Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
She used to punch customers. Like, multiple times?
We will see you back in the city then.
Okay, I need to go brush. So I'll be right back, okay? I mean, I guess, should I take the vending or should I take this? I'll tell you after I get back, okay? I'll be right back. I brush, brushy. Alright. Okay, I'm back. Estelle, retreat fights your customer. She hits you? That sounds awful. That sounds like someone deserving of, bad things instead of good things. Hopefully, hope it's all good. Hope it's all better now. I'm not distracted at all. It's all good. I'm back. Brushing down. Okay. Let's press on for a little bit longer. We have about 40 minutes of stream left. I feel like we're gonna get right to a dungeon and then it's gonna make us be late or have to end early or something. I don't know. Hopefully she's changed. What's the house season replicating the mock outpost? Or the 13th we ours to open? Will you be crossing the threshold alongside us? I realize it's more my endeavor than yours. To be honest, I'm no interested in visiting the void myself. Might we discuss this later? There's something I must do first. Yes, Jeff? Well? Why is everyone insist on being so secretive? I at least had a good reason for not wanting to explain my next ritual. No, I'm not taking game requests right now, Jeff. I've got a lot of Final Fantasy to do before FanFest. I have a whole expansion to do after this one. So it's probably gonna be at least a month or two. It's probably gonna be till after FanFest when I'll start taking requests again. There's already 2 in the queue also. 2 long ones. Well, 1 definitely a long one. Shall we proceed with our preparations then? As you saw, the warrior's tail could be effective at protecting the bearer from other sources of etheric corruption. Nevertheless, the talisman's durability would need to be improved for it to withstand the void's influence for a prolonged length of time. I think that's a problem we can address without involving the brilliant but busy alchemist who created it. Who do we know who excels exactly this kind of structural augmentation? Garland Ironworks. An excellent suggestion. As I recall, Sin himself is no stranger to the void and its volatile energies. With an experienced hand at the helm, I have every confidence that Ironworks can strengthen the warding sail. Come, let's visit their operation in Rogger's Reach and commission their best and brightest. I feel like this whole quest line is just, hey, let's travel all over the world. Oh, never mind, they gave it to us for free. Okay, what brings you to the Ironworks? I have a commission for you and your president, actually, assuming he's available. Master Sid, certainly. I'll see if he has a moment for you. Ooh, I'm sleepy. I didn't sleep very well last night. Tossed and turned a bit. Also slept bad, so my neck is all crampy. A pleasure as always. I hear you have a job for us? Heading into the void to find a lost dragon. That sounds almost pedestrian compared to your last adventure. Honestly, I don't know if you could say anything that would surprise me after beating down that bloody mess. Alright, let's take a look at this talisman of yours. You said there were signs of degradation? It seems some manner of corrosion has set in around a scratch on its surface. Much as the void's corruption seemed to narrow through his wounds. In which case, our best bet may be to simply prevent the scale from being damaged in the first place. And how might we achieve that? We have a coating agent for strengthening trinkets and the like, I'd be wary of applying any compound which might upset the scale's delicate alchemical balance. Far safer to dress it in armor. Ow! What was that for? We'll construct a protective casing, one utilizing metal alloys with high ethereal conductivity so as not to impede the talisman's primary function. A suit of armor, as you said. The Hero has compiled data on the 13th, so I'll have him pitch in with design just to be sure. They better not be. That's one reason why I'm cutting down these tree things on Monday. If only we're such an ordeal to convince him to follow our safety protocols. I swear, I've never had such a reckless employee. In any case, we may need some time to untangle the particulars. Understandable. We know how busy your schedule is, and the final result will doubtless be worth the wait. Huh. The hard part will be ducking Jessie and her constant barrage of demands while we sneak about doing the fun stuff. We'll see what we can do. I think we can leave the rest in Sid's capable hands. Let's return to the great work and see how Nitana's getting on with the Macabros. Back we go. Oh, it's only 700. That's not bad. I worry that we're going to reach it with like 15 minutes to spare and then have to just stop because it's late. Ah!
Ah, hey, Stola. The adjustments are going well, I hope?
'Tis a lengthy process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records.
Taco!
What I found was a
tacos.
transaction
No, taco gone.
dated around the same period as when Al-Zadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components. And I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial atomos.
You know, when I had the hand tracking working, it was very fun to have giant foods, but they don't work very well when I have an actual eating motion. They disappear instantly.
I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless? Heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm. It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. But I am satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Uh-oh.
Nabdeen, what is this about?
Sir Estinian told us of your predicament. For centuries, you have protected Rads at Han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire?
They're gonna guard the throne room while we go in. Or whatever that room is.
We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet...
Now you listen to me, Varshan! You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all. And if you are family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
Loyalty begets loyalty. This is a country, not a company.
Your Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together, safe and happy. And I hope that you and your sister can be together again, too.
And who says Estinian is not a people person? To protect them well, you must take heart.
Take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you.
Ow!
And here I stand, failing to live up to them. If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ashdaya nor Radzatan.
Where do you even get a snowball? It's like 70 degrees.
My people,
Hug!
I have come to a decision.
Oh, it doesn't really work that way.
Vashan will depart Thavnair for a time.
One.
My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the satrap's most essential duties. While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention.
It's okay.
I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Yeah, Kyle, if you came here, there would be no snow. Like, I don't think we're gonna get any more snow this season. Let me look at my forecast and let's see here.
Take care and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
I don't see any days below any nights below freezing in the forecast right now. There's some in like the 30s certainly, but yeah, by the end of this calendar, it's looked like the low is 50 Ow!
I would
Look how
not
fast it
dare
melts here.
make you cry.
There's no snow at all, Jeff. I got no snow. They throw a snowball, it melts instantly. Did I ever tell you guys about the time I used to get my dog to try to fetch snowballs? I would throw the snow, and she would go chasing after it. Oops. And she'd try to dig it out of the snow. It was very cute. I always felt bad about it, though. It surprised me, Stan. For a lone wolf, you showed an unusual degree of, shall we say, involvement in helping Free to reach this conclusion. It was for the greater good. The worm's thundering sighs were keeping the citizens awake at night, and had travelers leaving the palace racked by some unnatural storm. That's pretty funny. What if your own answer, then? You seem disinclined to venture to the void. When I was one with Nidhogg, his vengeful thoughts are my thoughts. His endless rage my rage. And the soul-chilling grief he nursed for Rataskar's death. I would not wish such agony upon a foe, let alone a friend and ally. If there's a chance we can spare Veach for that pain, then I will follow you. Unusual crew we have. Indeed, but perfect for our purpose, I should think. I'd rather not bother the science with aught less than a dire threat to the star. Now, on to the specifics. Unlike the first, where the flood of light was halted before this devastation was complete, the 13th has been utterly subsumed by darkness. My plan, as such, is to explore the void in stages, without drawing to safety after each brief foray. It would be more convenient if we had some manner of base camp near the gate itself. One of the palace chambers should serve. Come, let us reconvene outside Begaduda. This is definitely my longest running series. We're over 100 episodes at this point. I think I put in 111th this weekend. So that makes this like 113th or something? I don't know. Hey, editor, go ahead and put that. I'm just kidding, I don't have an editor. I just kind of chop them in and film it myself. Minimal editing, just throw them all together. And so we require suitable accommodations. Might we make something available for our guests? All the chambers are presently hosting the great mounds of treasure we carried out of the vault. Once the foundation's activities begin in earnest, however, we can redistribute the trove and make a room for or two ready for habitation. Good, please inform me quickly of the arrangements. As you heard, we will have you settled in Megaduda in due time. I mean, it really is massive. It's so much story. I mean, it's got like 12 or 15 years of history or something like that. I don't know. As ever, your most gracious Your Excellency. Use yourself to aid me in my search for Astia. I don't know. I can't remember how to say it. Astia? Providing comfortable quarters is the least I can do. I wish we knew more about our destination. The gods only know how long our explorations might possibly take, or what our chance of success might possibly be. Succeed or fail, I'm grateful to you for convincing me to make the attempt. On that note, I'll return to great work and lend what help I can to Nitana. We've preparations to make every venture into the 13th. Now is the time. It's gonna happen. Look, we're about to unlock it, aren't we? All I need is my armor and my lance. Perhaps I'll train with Radiant Host to pass the time before we depart. You know, this means to me, Caleb, but my purpose need not consume you as well. We're headed to another world. Find what joy you can in experience. For you're a traveler, an adventurer at heart. This I know. Meanwhile, on the 13th, I feel like we're coming up with something that's going to be like really long. I feel like I need to stop soon. Yep. Is that Xenos? I thought it was Xenos. I feel like chocolates are a good gift. Wait, is that extra hands? That is Xenos.
And thus I am returned. To this world, bereft of saviors.
Chef is a good being. He's deserving of nice things. I feel like we're about to unlock something that's going to slow us down. What do you think? Should we stop there or press on? We still got 20 minutes to stream, but I feel like we're getting something big. Screw it. Exit time indicated. Just a moment ago, I received word from the Ironworks. They completed their task and are underway with the reinforced boarding scales. Similarly, our alchemists have also succeeded in crafting an artificial Atomos. All is in readiness for a journey to the void. I've instructed our comrades to gather the great work. Let's head there at once. I'm pretty sure this lady's doing the same thing. I keep seeing her in the same places. The odds of that are astronomical. There's Atomos right there. Well, Lego roses certainly last longer, but their thorns are sharper. There you are, Arcadia. I present to you the fruits of the alchemist's labor, the artificial Atomos. So you have to prove the proof, its ether is practically identical to that of the original. Truly a remarkable feat in so short a time. Our alchemists have outdone themselves yet again. It's well wonder that they are the pride of Ratatan. Yeah, I've got very little water. I'm gonna save it for, taking my pill. I would express my gratitude to Tana, but it appears she isn't here. She rushed off after bringing the animals to attend to her pressing task, but since she should return ere we set forth. Which should be shortly after our friends from the Ironworks arrive with the warding scales. Did someone say warding scales? Because it just so happens we have them. Right on cue, it's good to see you all again. With the President himself to attend, keen to bear witness to our little experiment, are you? You know I am. I was there at the Crystal Tower, lest you forget. I wouldn't miss this for the world. You don't mind if we come along and see you off, I hope. It's thanks to these three that we can finish the work so quickly. So it's my painstakingly collected data that made the reinforcement possible. Yep. The scales will last a good 10 years in the void with nary a hint of degradation. As the ones who did the actual reinforcing, we guarantee their quality as well. They'll keep you safe. But enough bragging. Here are the scales. With these, we can search for my sister without fear of corruption. I know not how to repay you. Don't mention it. The grocery woman came to our rescue in the rift. It's the least we can do to help his children. Thank you. Well, my friend, my regrets that I won't be able to accompany you on this latest grand adventure. Wait! Katana, is aught the matter? Before we depart, Your Excellency, there's something we wish to present to you. Will you please come with me? You're not to lay us without good cause. Very well. Forgive me, my friends, but I require a moment. Armor? Weapons? Potions? He's certainly taking his time. What sort of grand present could take so long to receive? The kind that'll help him in the void, I presume. Yeah, she's a good being. Life for God's forsaken place, he'll need all the help he can get. But you of all people ought to know that, eh? That is very sleek looking armor. I like it.
My apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's a weapon. It's got a sword now. Arms.
Breacher, I presume.
Armed and armored. Oh wait, no, that's a different body.
Indeed, this vessel now serves as a host for my eye.
He's grown up.
I was aware that the alchemists were busy preparing something, but this...
Armed and armored. I didn't realize he
We
was
couldn't
taller.
well send you on such a perilous mission unprepared, Your Excellency. We spared no effort in crafting the body, and I dare say you'll find it adept at wielding weapons and magics both. 'Twas our intent to present it to you sooner, but we could not bring ourselves to do so, knowing we could yet improve it further. Pray forgive us.
There is naught to forgive. I am grateful for this fine vessel, and shall put it to good use.
He's all grown up, his simulacrum.
Again, I ask that you watch over Radzatan in my absence. The dangers we go to face are great and many, and I fear I will be unable to give matters here due attention. And in opening the Void Gate, there is ever risk that Voidsent will find their way into our world.
Rest assured, we are more than prepared. Our soldiers have been training under Master Estinian. On my honor, we will not suffer a single fiend to pass. So, think only of your mission, Vashan. Ah, but seeing as this is a different body, perhaps we should use a different name.
Here's your name.
Nay, Vashan shall suffice. Though I may have thus grown up, I am as ever a little brother to you all.
What happened to the other body?
As you say, as you say.
Is it just on a shelf somewhere?
Go then, Vashan. And best of luck.
She has pretty eyes. I like the purple.
I have something for you as well. While you were gone, Urianger paid us a visit. As you may recall, he joined us on our foray into Alzadal's legacy, in part to conduct research for the Loperids.
Uh-huh.
Research they were delighted to receive, and which has already inspired them to consider new ways to improve their own treasure vault. As a token of their gratitude, Livingway entrusted a familiar relic to Urianger. Aye, the crystal, which showed the way to Meteon. The Loperids no longer have need of it, and thus saw fit to return it to us.
What is that? What is that? Is that real? That's very nice of you. If it's a good charity.
Harboring the power of light, it could well aid us in our mission in the void.
What?
And who better to bear Heidelin's gift than her chosen champion?
That's the... What? I don't think that's real.
If there is nothing left to discuss, then let us depart. Our boat awaits us in Akyali.
Like father, like son, I guess. And yet I googled him and found nothing. I googled him and found nothing. I think we stop here. I strongly suspect we're gonna end up in a dungeon type scenario if we go press on. So we're gonna stop here. It's a couple minutes early, but this seemed like a good place for it. I don't understand. I don't know. I'm so confused. That baffled me a bit. That's it for tonight. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope I'll take my bets. I hope you all have a good night and a great day tomorrow. Back tomorrow with more chess puzzles and of course Final Fantasy XIV. Where we go probably into the void. That's the plan. I don't know. As long as your meds don't interfere with my meds, I'll take them. So good night, everyone. Fox out. I'm gonna play my idle game, and you can't stop me. Night night.